Welcome everyone to Prime Time, a new home in 2K25, but the same exciting action as we bring you 6 massive matches. I'm your host with the absolute most as a 33, ready to cook us up a delicious treat of action. So without further ado, let's get into our opener, where we start with a banger. It's only fitting we start Prime Time off with some tag team action. And that is a name that represents the business. Tongaloa.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. Introducing first, from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 230 pounds, Tongaloa.
Bringing an era of new energy to IPW. The flames burning passionately behind our new superstars here in IPW. Tongaloa looking ready to go, poised for tag team action here on IPW Prime Time. And he's not alone. His brother, Tamatonga.
From Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 209 pounds, Tamatonga.
Bringing coolness to IPW. This look, this vibe, this confidence as the fires burn behind him. He's ready to roll here and showcase his sensational tag team prowess. Let's walk to the ring. A slow one. One of aura, power, as the Bloodline, as they're now known, showcasing their confidence. Ready for action here in their 2K25 debuts. GOD, as they once were known, feuding with the Young Bucks prior to Turmoil. They're here tonight to kick off this new era of primetime wrestling in an attempt to pick up victory. But victory is no easy feat, as the Fireflies light up the Primetime arena. The count continues forward as we prepare for darkness. The lantern beckoning their arrival. The Wyatt 6 make their way to the ring. Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Nikki Cross, Uncle Howdy, and Dexter Loomis. Their creepy personas carrying on the legacy of the fallen Bray Wyatt. They come to the ring looking for victory, realizing their potential here in IPW. Could be relentless, could be forever. As a slow walk towards the ring sets us towards an epic encounter. Uncle Howdy and Nikki Cross ready to watch on this matchup. Readies us for battle. G.O.D., Joe Gacy, Eric Rowan, ready to brawl in our IPW Primetime opener. Ready out of the gates early is Gacy, wiping the face of Tonga Loa into the mat. Tama on the apron, and Gacy going to work. The rugged nature of the Wyatt Six on display as a Boston Crab is applied. Tonga Loa pulling down on the ankle to escape the hold. The Wyatt Six have disappeared, it seems. Interesting to see where Uncle Howdy and Nikki Cross have disappeared to, along with Dexter Lumis. Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga need to keep that kind of in mind. Not let them in affect how they're performing here tonight. As G.O.D. off to the gates early. A tag in for Tama Tonga. Lifting Gacy up to the top rope. They're thinking avalanche backdrop suplex. Roll through, massive slingshot there by Tama. Rowing in to break the pin up. Drops the elbow. Our opener already off to thick and fast action. G.O.D. in control through the early goings. Samoan drop from Tonga Loa. Keeping Gacy trapped in their corner. This is guerrilla warfare at its finest by the Tongans, as once again going for this backdrop. Heavy crashing into the mat goes Gacy. As Tama opting for the pin. One count, only the thing ascertained off that attempt. Yet again going for that slingshot over the top rope. Rolling senton. And Gacy finds a way to go for the pin. Trying to steal the win. Tama fights out. Tries to kick Gacy on his, approach to the feet. Gacy quicker to get away, evade that offense. And now unloading on Tama Tonga. Nice back elbow. You have to feel maybe he should opt to tag in Eric Rowan, who, realistically speaking, the big man, a powerhouse. A man that can deliver 3D. From out of nowhere, nice combination there by the Wyatt Six. Tama Tonga punching back, punching quite hard into Eric Rowan here. G.O.D. calculating in their approach. That's going to cost you going to the apron on that side. Rowan having Tama Tonga up. Snake Eyes in the corner. Runs the ropes. Big time knee in the corner. Forced to roll out. Gacy comes in. Unleashing a bit of rage, but Tama Tonga catching him. Trying to tag out. Bring in Tonga lower. Both teams trying to keep it fresh. Gacy runs the rope. Handspring into an awkward punch there. Connects regardless. Tonga lower comes in and breaks up the pin. Tama Tonga quick to his feet. Unleashing a combination. Tags out. These two teams, realistically speaking, not been in the title frame here in IPW. Gacy and Rowan, their debuts here in IPW, are going to look to try and put on a show, try and showcase why they should be frequently performing in IPW. Honestly, Gallus at the top of the tag team division give off the vibes of a GOD, a Gacy and Rowan. Two powerhouse, brutish characters. But it's the key cohesive as a Rikishi driver from Tonga lower, planting Gacy, utilizing the ropes. Rowan, I thought he broke it up initially. The pin still continued through, and a 2 count scored onto Gacy. Tonga lower trying to utilize his power here. Gacy not letting him get it. Uncorking. Strike after strike. Gacy in danger, actually looking to tag out, manages to do so. Rowan's in, but he's immediately clocked with a lariat. Tonga lower unloading. Offense to DDT. Now, I think the tag out wise is I think Tama's possibly looking to yeet him into the finale of this match. Rowan fighting on the outside. There you go. I knew it was coming. But Rowan, he fights back. Headbutt. Only one man can yeah. And that is Luke Harper. Tama Tonga's noises in vain. It's Rowan. Gets gun stunned. On the outside. Surprised Tama Tonga rolled out. He could have won by count out in typical Primetime fashion. Into the ring goes Tama Tonga. Actually going to be able to tag out. Rowan slow to get back in. And the two big men get to face off. Dominator by Tonga lower. That power on full display. Big time forearm. Kick to gut. DDT. Rowan looking to tag out. Tonga lower actually going to let it happen. He was trying to go high rent. Still connects with the splash. But Gacy, the legal combatant, taking advantage. Big time knees. Dropping. Tonga lower. Irish whip. Pop up. Just flapjacking Tonga lower. Gacy fighting out the grasp of the Tongan. Both teams fairly evenly matched. Gacy has Tonga up in powerbomb position. Sit out powerbomb. This is such a great opener. Both teams showcasing skills, strengths, potential offense. All on full display. Is this Boston Crab going to be fought out of once again? Tongaloa able to potentially get back to his feet. This is the gut kick, and that's going to cost him as Eric Rowan. When he lets Tama back in, these two teams really aren't very good at tag team action, it seems. Knees to the gut here by Rowan. Corking shots. Tama, though, quicker to the punch. Tongan twist. Plants him. Center of the ring. Gacy's actually going to come in. Breaks up the count. 2 count ascertained, and Gacy now going to be in trouble. Just thrown by Tama. Gacy gonna start counted. Stunned. The claw by Rowan. Roll through by Tama. Gets out of it. Is this gonna be a disqualification? 4 count. Gacy's stunned. And that's it. That's an interesting way for our opener to end. Disqualification. As a result, we get. And the Bloodline, GOD, take victory in our opening bout of primetime action. From one epic to another, you get the debut of Kalani Jordan in IPW.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Boynton Beach, Florida, Kalani Jordan.
Poised athlete, springboard offense, and high-flying maneuvers out the wazoo. Kalani, in her debut, set to compete against another woman, making her debut tonight as well. Will this be the debut of dreams for either one of these women? As well, there's the athlete Kalani Jordan is, the flexibility on full display, and that striking poise this woman has certainly sets us up for an epic second match of the show. As our opponent, Kiana James, here tonight to showcase her flawless nature.
And her opponent from Sioux City, Iowa, Kiana James.
Clearly inspired by the likes of Tori Wilson, Michelle McCall, this flawless diva, ready to compete here in IPW. On the way to the ring, that relaxed attitude makes you believe that Kiana thinks Kalani is a pushover. Easy win on the cards for Kiana tonight in her mind. But we'll let the tale of the tape do its talking, and the wrestling, being a true showcase of their potential, are underway. Both looking for that gut kick. Kiana unloading punches. Grapple here, these two jockeying for position. Kiana outpowering Kalani, pushes her into the corner. Ref Gale breaks it up. Forearm missed there by Kiana, allowing for Kalani to get back control. Jockeying for position. Roll through into the schoolgirl. Kick out there by Kiana. Reverses it into the bridge. 1. Powering out goes Kalani. Backslide now. No count going to be ascertained, but good chain grappling there by these two women on full display. Spinning backdrop there by Kalani. Kiana finds a way back to her feet. Now going to work her way through the legs of Kalani Williams. Both very prevalent. Hurricane Rana. Both women known for their offense. Very competent in how they handle themselves. Kiana crawling into the corner. Kalani taking advantage. Powering her up to the top rope. Coming up top, this is not a good position. It's a Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Sends Kiana down. Springboard moonsault comes up short. That would have been beautiful if it connected. But it's, regardless, bought time for Kiana to go for this roll through. In small package. Could be a 1 count. Gale slowed to the pin. Expect to see women trying to steal wins from one another in 2K25 as we go for a trade. Both women jockeying for position. Who has the better punches, the better strikes, who can land them? Kiana on the receiving end of a lot of Kalani offense, but Kiana lands the big forearm and drops Kalani to the mat. Kiana now setting Kalani up, but Kalani quicker, catches her, goes for the pin. 1. You see women, IPW debuts, showcasing some good fortitude here. Kalani, arm drag from the second rope. This is the sort of offense she likes to go for. This more high-octane springboard action. Kalani, though, isn't able to utilize it, as these two are now once again trading shots. Kalani with the knife-edge chop. Kiana trades one back, and another thrown here by Kalani. They're going chop for chop. Now punchings being traded. Kalani trying to just destroy her opponent. And the punches come in bunches. Both women trying to just better the other. Neither winning the position, but Kiana in trouble because Kalani lands the springboard and suicide dive through the middle rope. Drops her on the outside. Oh my days, that looked beautiful. Neckbreaker now from Kalani. This outside pressure, a lot to deal with. Kalani, the inaugural NXT North American champion in the women's division. Kiana, former NXT Tag Team champion. Interestingly, both women records alongside Fallon Henley. Kiana, Tag Team champion with her. Kalani lost the North American Championship to her. Obviously gunning for our undisputed champion here in IPW. That looked sick. Just hopping up to the top rope flawlessly. Kalani, and now looking for the swanton, but comes up short. And Kiana capitalizing. This could be the beginning of the end. Runs at a knee through the ropes. Kalani stuck on the outside. In pain. Dealing with the pressure Kiana's now putting on her. The punch connects, the kick to the gut. Gut wrench. Power bomb. And Kalani's struggling. Finds a way back to her feet, and Kiana's now looking to capitalize. Roll through onto the body. It's more of a just rolling senton. A literal rolling senton. And these two women showing their power. Kalani, springboard position, misses the kick, which is unfortunate. Kiana fights out the grasp. Kalani uncorking a combination. Another one behind. Kiana, she goes. Both women unloading. Vicious right hand. Spinning bulldog by Kiana. Into the pin she goes. 1, 2, 3. It takes but one move.
Here is your winner, Kiana James.
To pick up victory. Kiana utilizing that spinning bulldog to just disorientate and put Kalani out of action, which certainly sets up for an interesting next matchup after an epic debut. Well, from one matchup in the women's division, we stay in the same division, I guess. Dakota Kai, television champion, making her way to the ring. The brand new belt.
The following is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring, representing Damage Control from Auckland, New Zealand, the undisputed women's television champion, Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai rocking the new IPW television championship here tonight. The new look for a new show certainly gives it a new feel from what it once was on 2K24. The thicker belt, certainly a nice touch, a nice look for her. She's actually picking up the microphone. This is interesting. It appears she's calling out for a television open challenge. Who's going to accept the call for this open challenge? She looks ready to go. And it's Michin.
And her opponent from Fontana, California, Michin.
Certainly an interesting matchup on the card. Both prolific strikers in their own way. The leader of Team Kick versus a former member of the OC, now going solo. Michin, strong in her style, capable, and looks determined to go up against our television champion here. Michin already throwing up the X. Whether she's a part of DX or just that she expects an injury at the end of this one. Certainly time will tell how things will shape up. We're underway. Dakota Kai off to the races with that pump kick. The champ not going to hold anything back against someone who's just been given a free shot. It's an open challenge. It's an open call out. Clearly, confidence is in the sight of the champion. Obviously, the belt not on the line for this one. But it does set up for the potential future challenges along the way. Away we go. Dakota just kicking out the leg. It's not the classiest of offense, but it's certainly effective, and it looks pretty when it's used. Regardless, Kai, her boots being used to effective presence as a code red from Michin. Dropping the champ springboard moonsault as well. Into the cover she goes. That quick pace of offense already on full display. Both these women competing, obviously, in WWE speed action, so they are pretty confident at fast-paced matches. Dakota Kai looking to capitalize on the slow pace of Michin at that point, tossing her off the top rope. And this is something we don't really talk about too much, is the targeting of limbs in terms of what it can do to you. We say it wears them down, it makes certain moves ineffective, but you see the lasting marks on body parts. You see a target, it makes it easier to strike, and Kai continuing to strike the ribs of Michin paints a red and bruised picture, allowing for Kai to go for the punishment. As a submission hold locked in here, Michin in trouble, fighting out of Kai's hold. The grasp broken, and now Michin strikes can unload. A combination and a Pele kick to finish it out. Dropping Dakota in that corner. Michin pulling her out. Setting her up for more strikes. More punishment. As they uncork shot after shot. Kai, arm wrench gets countered. And now Michin trying to trade back. Drop down. Ducks the line, and Michin unleashes her own. Eat the feet by Michin. A soul food special, some may also call it. She pulls Kai towards the center of the ring. The champion on Dream Street. She ate a full soul of food. Michin uncorking the roundhouse, and now a punch. It's evaded by Kai, who's got Michin where she wants her. I feel maybe a TKO will be coming, or soul food. It's the knee, cracking the skull of Kai. Michin trying to win here, but a big time kick out by the champ, showing her fortitude. But this could be the beginning of the end. Michin grabs a hold. Eat the feet once again. The champion down and potentially out. Kai surviving on instinct, willpower. Michin still unrelentless with her offense. Into the cover once more. Kai done. Champions Open Challenge crushed on its first run through. And I understand now why Michin tosses up the X. It's because her opponent has been eliminated from contention. Dakota Kai losing. Michin, I believe, in her debut, winning a war and taking us further forward in IPW. Well, it looks like we're about to get a bit bouncy here on Primetime as Javon Evans approaching the ring, mic in hand. Must be sending a message potentially to someone in IPW. Obviously, we don't get to hear or see what he's saying because hashtag promos suck. But it appears he's gonna say a few things by pulling off a challenge. Obviously talking to the crowd. He wants to make his opponent tap out here. That is certainly no interesting feat. Well, he's going to the back. Clearly setting expectations on a matchup in the future. We'll see What shapes up out of that one? Well, that is a siren you don't want to hear. And we certainly do hear him.
Is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 276 pounds. Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner.
The lights are going crazy, and I'm certainly going crazy as Big Papa Pump is in the house. Scott Steiner, ready to show his flexing on us as he makes his IPW debut in this moniker. Certainly, we've seen him in his younger heydays as that all-American wrestler, and now his bodybuilder physique taking over as Big Papa Pump, ready to compete here in our I believe our co-main event of Primetime. Let's see how he handles it. Going up against the Scottish Warrior, a Scottish psychopath, Drew McIntyre. I can't say it. I'm gonna stop. Sword in hand, McIntyre still psychotic as he was a year ago, but the determination still there as he makes his way to the ring.
And his opponent from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 254 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Ready to go tonight to war, to compete. Drew versus Big Papa Pump certainly is a matchup I did not expect to be seeing here in IPW, but we treat you here every single week, every show. The big time matches keep on rolling as we head towards Crush, Crush, Crush. We are underway, and Drew out the fences early, starting to unload big shots to the face of Scott Steiner. The genetic freak finds a way back to his own feet, powering up with ease. Drew into this stretch muffler. The taunt, the elbow drop across the chest. Our referee prime position as always to block the shot. There we go. We'll get a different shot on this one. Come on, give me a good angle. This is certainly better. Both men uncorking shot after shot here in the corner. Scott and McIntyre catching each other's shots. Knife edge chop there by McIntyre. A punch from Scott gets caught. And now McIntyre uncorking a big right hand. A couple of them as Scotty unleashes his own knife edge chop. Big boot by McIntyre sends Big Papa Pump careening to the floor. The mat with so much meat on it. Drew McIntyre, capable wrestler, massive fighter, has Scott trapped. Finally, our referee moves into a better position. There we go. We'll start moving around to better focus in on the action as Scott Steiner's taken to the sky, dropping the elbow. Once again, looking to drop the elbow. And he's going to get rolled up here. McIntyre has him. There we go. We get back to normal camera. And McIntyre in control. Scott in trouble. Gut wrench. Power bomb from the big Scottish psychopath. Irish whip. Drop down from Drew. Into the Claymore. And Scott Steiner. He's been caught by this Scottish power. McIntyre's been unrelenting in this match. Been constantly applying force, pressure to Big Papa Pump. But the Frankensteiner changes the tempo, changes the control. And McIntyre, now in the Steiner recliner, could be forced to tap out. Fights his way out. Now, in McIntyre's mind, he's going to be questioning what it's going to take to put away a genetic freak, as he's already uncorked a lot of his big offense. The Claymore's gone. He's got a Glasgow kiss, maybe. Or just the future shock. Regardless, Scott Steiner's showing his fortitude as he fights away from the Glasgow kiss. McIntyre, though, quickly reversing Big Papa Pump's offense and now looking to finish him with the leaping headbutt. Both of these men, massive powerhouses, capable wrestlers, as there's another Claymore connecting these to the face of Scott Steiner, but somehow he's still in it. He's still fighting. For how much longer can he survive? Drew McIntyre's flurry of offense. A gut wrench power bomb. That deadlift gut wrench. McIntyre kind of toying with his opponent, delivering the chop across the head. Bust open. Big Papa Pump. Scott Steiner. Eye rake there. Drew playing dirty, but staying in control. Big time strikes from Scott Steiner. Picks the leg. Gets Drew down to the mat. Delivering vicious knees. These two men, capable in their offense. Destroyers when they get the chance. Here now, Scott Steiner showing his skills, his offense. As referee Gale issuing the count. Steiner taunts for us. A lovely set of push-ups. As Drew makes his way to his feet. A count of 8. He's in the ring. And he's going for the roll-up. Scott, has he been caught? Is he done? Indeed, he is.
Here is your winner, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
Steiner got cocky at the end of that one. And it's cost him, as the Scottish psychopath walks away with victory as we head to our main event. Well, there's a theme I've not heard in forever. There's the voice of the voiceless, the straight edge superstar. Readies himself for action here. CM Punk. His straight edge look. Straight edge society certainly prevalent in his early era. Here tonight, it's still clobbering time in our main event.
It's scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
Regardless of what you think of him, he's still touted as the best in the world. And tonight, he's showcasing why. Bringing his ECW era, his early SmackDown era look and feel. The one where he won the Money in the Bank. The one where he was ECW champ, World Heavyweight champ. You name it, he's done it in these years, I should say. And it's what, this was the song that brought him out to begin the summer of Punk. Here in the main event of Primetime, this mixed tag match continues with more Chicago members. A very potent duo. Very vicious when they get going. Jade sees Punk as a role model, her idol in wrestling. And tonight, competing alongside him, certainly an honor for her. Obviously, would have loved to have done this during Dual Dream Tournament. Tonight, she gets to do it regardless of the situation, as obviously in the build-up to Crush, where the mixed tag belts are on the line, where we'll crown new champions. Tonight, we get a taster of the action.
And Noam Dar and Last Legend Metaphor.
We get to see unique tag teams of superstars. Obviously in the build-up to Dual Dream, we saw teams you wouldn't necessarily think would work well, but synergy brought them to success. Here tonight, the Metaphor, or two parts of the Metaphor. I guess you could call them the Meta 2. Noam Dar, Lash Legend, making their IPW debuts. And tonight, realistically speaking, we're going to put on a bit of a show against, well, a living legend and CM Punk. The men start off the action. Ref Gregory in his stripes shirt for tonight. Normal gear for this one. It's Punk. Head scissors. Just dropping elbows from that position. Elbow to the chest of Dar. You can certainly feel that the men's side of this matchup fairly one-sided, unless Punk makes mistakes and gets caught by Lash. Corners, turnbuckles aren't the best. Snapmare by Punk. But realistically speaking, the women's matchup is certainly more even. Lash versus Cora is very even. Lash, phenomenally tall wrestler, very active in terms of her offense. It's explosive. It's goddamn this camera angle is never the best. Anyway, Noam Dar taken to the skies, dropping the knee. And we're going outside the ring. He's once again going up top. Punk in the drop zone. Jade, though, gets involved. Launches Dar into Punk. And that's never a good sign, as a punch to the groin there. Low blow, maybe. Dar around the world with that DDT. Now trying to fisherman buster Punk. I was thinking the early goings, Punk, the better of the two in terms of offense. The accolades in this era of Punk certainly stacked to the brim, as his opponent, Dar, bar, I would say, a couple of wins in the 205 Live division, very little in terms of success in his career in the WWE. The women now into the matchup. This Lash legend and corking shots here in this one. Obviously anything realistically will go. Sleeper hold applied. This choke of sorts. Jade does well to fight out of it. Springboard. Head scissor takedown by Cora Jade there. And then a beautiful nip up as well. But she's caught by getting too close to Lash. The legs of the legend are just too prevalent. Tall, powerful woman versus a very small but agile competitor. Jade might not be as strong as Lash, but she can cork some big shots, powerful shots. But when she's being just tossed with ease across the ring, it's fairly hard to do so. Lash, well, going to work with them punches. Jade chopping away. Grabbing a hold of Lash, but Lash, again, you don't want to stay too close to her, as the power she possesses can just drop you on a dime. Jade somehow finds a way to get a pin, and using the rope for leverage. Does amount to a count. Salida del Sol there. Dar came in the ring, could not break it up. Both these women showcasing skill in the early goings. The men haven't really had too much time to be tested, but that's a beautiful suplex. The German from Lash Legend just dropping Cora to the mat. Cora doing well here. Has Lash up in the powerbomb position and just drops her to the mat. Unexpected offense from Cora Jade. And that sets up well for Punk to come in and unload his own. Elbow drop to Dar. Kicks to the leg. Has a hold and just a Uranagi. That's the Anaconda Vice locked in, but it's too close to the rope. Punk heads up top. Big time splash connects, goes for the pin. Could this be it? Is Dar out for good? It appears not. Punk yet again going for the pin. This time utilizing the ropes for leverage. He tries to do a Cora Jade maneuver, but it's all it's done is given him an opportunity to land a GTS. Is Dar going to sleep? He is not. Just yet, anyway. Punk caught. Roll through by Dar into the ropes, though. Both superstars wanting to sneak wins here. Roll-ups. Potential outplays of the opponent. Dar, I think it'd be wise if he tagged out. Punk has his number. Although he's standing above his opponent right now, it's not going to end well as the Champagne Super knee bar locked in. Jade comes in to break it up. That certainly sets up. Big time splash. Both men using the splash and going for the pin. Punk kicking out at 2. Please, why do they keep going for this? It's the trick of the trade. Go for the rope leverage pin. It never should work. And it doesn't half the time. This situation, I feel Punk gonna have to fight back. Fight back hard. As his opponent punishing in these going times. Stinger splash in the corner. Punk grabs a hold of the leg. Nice backdrop suplex there. Springboard off that. Using the ropes, it was more of a slingshot than a springboard. Dar crawling into the corner. Knee of Punk driven into the neck. Once again, Punk heads up top. Big time splash comes up short. And a lariat from Dar connecting. There we go. Irish whip. Caught. Roll up. Punk trying to sneak a win. 1, 2, 3.
Here are your winners, the team of Cora Jade and CM Punk.
That is certainly one way to win in IPW. Roll-ups seem to be key in 2K25, and so are springboards, let's be honest. God, I hope there's a patch, because this is done before the major release at the end of the week. Regardless, thank you for joining me for this episode of Primetime, as Thursday we see our first special on 2K25. It is Breakdown Underground. You don't want to miss it.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big